guys. Well, you guys can experience what it's like to ride along in the 82 in the buddy seat. I'm out here chiseling. I'll be done in 2 or 3 hours. I've been out here for about 3 right now. But the 82 is earning its keep as always. Now I'm working on a combination of sod, corn stalks, and bean stubble. The sod is pulling the hardest. That's a given. The soybeans are pulling, well, they're in second place as far as how hard it's pulling. And the corn ground, believe it or not, is pulling the easiest. I'm able to roll right along when I'm going through that. That's something I've seen in the past handful of years, is that corn ground really isn't as hard to work up as soybean stubble has been. So I don't know. Those of you that saw the video the other day and happened to notice that the chisel plow was kind of tilted backwards, I did that on purpose. As opposed to being on the 46 when I have the chisel level. This is new ground, and for that fact, I knew that I was putting the 82 on the chisel. So what I did, which I typically do when the 82 goes on the chisel plow, is I dropped the hitch on the chisel plow, so the back end of the chisel was kind of tilted back, tilted down. So that back row of shovels is down in the ground is slightly more than what they would be if this was on the 46. I measured it earlier as I was going. I stopped and measured to see how deep they were going. And the back shovels are going down roughly 14 inches into the ground, which is I'm happy with. I'm working up all this, and honestly it's the first time I've ran it, so I would just like to go through and hit it level the whole way across as far as how deep we're going. It's really tilling up the hay ground, the sod ground really nice. That's what I want, and I don't know, that's what I'm getting. The 46 wouldn't be able to do this as well because the front wheel assist on the 82 plus all the added weight on it, this tractor has a very clear advantage over the 46. Now the goal is, and maybe I'll get some more of it later tonight, I'm going to be done with this in a couple hours. I'm going to go home, drop the chisel off. I'm going to hook on the VT, go through that, get that all ready to go, because hopefully within the next 2 days, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to have Ryan go and start working some ground down for planting. It's time. And we're sitting really good as far as that goes. So we get that groundwork down a day or two ahead of the corn planter. It isn't going to hurt anything. And that's kind of why I am out here right now and Ryan is out doing what he's doing. Because the last few last minute panic kind of jobs where let's hurry up and get them done while we still can are getting wound up. And it's going to be planting because they're saying rain within 7 days of the time of this video. And I don't know, we probably won't get, I doubt we're going to get all of our corn in by then. So it'll give us at least 5 days, and that's, well, let's just say 4 good days of running. Because startup days are usually a bear. Especially when we're going through with that fertilizer on the planter. We're not entirely sure what to expect when it comes to that. Hopefully positive experiences, but it's only pop-up, it's only a low rate. It's not like we're putting down a lot of product, so we're not expecting that liquid fertilizer system to slow us up too much. If we were putting on starter and putting on a higher rate and running through it a lot quicker, yeah, it would slow us down. Back when we were putting on solid fertilizer starter, with the 6-row, we could plant 10 rows, or 10 rows. That'd be pretty interesting. We could plant 10 acres at a time before we have to refill, and that took forever. Got good yields, but incredibly slow, very inefficient. But the way we're set up right now with that liquid pop-up is that we should be able to cover right around 40 acres. I mean, we're going to find out in the first day or two once we get going. But the whole idea is that we'll be able to plant enough and put down enough liquid that by the time we need liquid, we can go through, and while we're filling that, we can top off the seed boxes and be ready to go again. In theory. But it's nice spring weather. It's nice planting weather. Blue sky and sunny. Haven't done any ground checks for what the temperature is of the ground. It seems how it's going to be May 1st in a handful of days. I know there can be hot debate over when you should be planting, but it seems how it's been 70 degrees the last handful of days. You give the ground another 2 or 3 days of going, of warming up, and I'd say we're going to be sitting on adequate. Well, the whole idea is once we get going planting, even if we don't get all of our corn in, they are staying showers, rain showers. So that'd be a nice injection of moisture to get those seeds off and running. Typically in the past, we've usually started May 1st. Now, it's just a day on the calendar. It's not a set in concrete time we start planting. We're going to hit it pretty close this year, within 5 days, I believe. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know what the day is. At this point, I really don't care. We have a list of jobs that need to be done, so those jobs are going to be done before we put any seed in the ground. Now, as far as working the ground down, the VT is going to be in front of the planter. The 630 is done. Well, as long as the VT is around, that Earthmaster is around, the 630 is done. Because the first and second passes that are required, the VT can handle. It does it really well. That VT has definitely proven its worth around here. My 630, honestly, it needs $5,000 to $6,000 worth of work. Not that we can't go and work ground down with it right now, but honestly, if I'm planning on keeping it for another 5 to 10 years, it needs parts. Plus, included in that would be a rolling basket, because running that VT has proven how much we like rolling baskets around here. At the very least, I'd look at getting a drag harrow for behind it to take some of that fluffiness out of the ground and firm that soil up and make a better seed bed. So I'm not really sure. If I'm going to put that kind of money into parts on the 630, I have to know that I'm going to keep it around for the foreseeable future to get my money back out of those parts, because I'm not going to put the money into the 630 just to spin around and sell it or try trading it off on something different. Now, if I was going to trade it off, a 637 Deere would be nice, or a Landau, and I have not ruled out trading it or selling it off and going and buying a VT or that Earthmaster. Because that Earthmaster is really nice. I guess time's going to tell. As far as the chisel plow goes, this thing needs work. I gotta go through it again. I really wasn't planning on working on doing any more field work with it. I mean, yeah, I thought I was done with it last fall. But Ryan and I went through, as you saw the other day, and got it ready to run at least another day or so. It's not going to be running even for a full 12 hours. But I got to go through and service it and get it ready to be pulled across the same amount of ground. It's actually going to be pulled across more ground this fall than it was last year. I mean, the goal is to pick up some more ground for next year. And I know it's only planting season, but I did have somebody from a few years ago has already mentioned to me that they may be interested in renting me their ground for 2019. So that's kind of reassuring. And I haven't talked to him. I talked to him a couple years ago, and I guess he's thinking about it. So, yes, the goal is to keep picking up more ground, at least a few hundred more acres, and keep growing our equipment fleet. The 82 is too small, the chisel plow is too small, the corn combine is too small, the corn head is too small. The grain cart, well, that red 600 bushel cart is fine. That does the job. We can put that on the 46 and then go get like another 800 to 1,000 bushel cart from behind this. But I think I'm getting the carriage ahead of the horse. We got to pick up the ground first to justify the equipment. As far as buying the equipment, then picking up the ground, it doesn't work like that, because equipment doesn't just cash flow itself. You need to have the ground to be able to justify the equipment. Now, if we can pick up another 300, 400, 500 acres, which is within the realm of possibility, that's all I'm going to say about that. I could really sincerely look at cash flowing some bigger equipment, but I got to have the ground for certain first, because honestly, the 82, it needs another 50 horse. We could tune it. None of us really want to. I'd rather buy a tractor that's already set for the horsepower that we're looking for, or the horsepower that we require. No, there's no such thing as too much horsepower or too much machines, or too big of a machine. So honestly, I think it's a joke. As far as people getting bent out of shape that this 82 or this 46 that we have is too much for the ground we run, I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret. Don't get offended by this, but YouTube does not know everything that goes on around here. That's the long and the short of it. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than YouTube will ever know, and I'll be right back. What goes on around here, the numbers that we give you are never exact in regards to pretty much everything, for the simple fact it's called privacy. We really don't need everybody to know what's going on around here. Granted, everything that we do talk about, it's basically talking averages. As far as the equipment goes, we do need bigger equipment to be more efficient with the people we have here. Dad, Ryan, and I have no intention of ever hiring help. I mean, we may get the occasional extra hand, like from Brittany or even my brother-in-law, you know, if we need somebody to run a tractor for a day, but that really doesn't happen. Now, the idea of it is we don't like hiring help. We don't want to have to hire help, because this right here, the tillage that we're doing right now, the field work, is the kid in me. Doing field work and running machinery is what drew me to farming. Big boy toys, living life at my own pace. It's a big draw factor for wanting to farm. Now, that's why I wouldn't want to hire any hired help. Why would I want to pay somebody to do what I want to do? That's why we've said, if we ever get to the point where we have to start hiring somebody consistently, we need to start scaling back a little bit so the three of us can do it. Generally, we like to just stay a family operation. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling out any of you guys that have hired help, that do need hired help because you don't have the family to back you up. Don't get me wrong. But for our operation, because every farm is different, you cannot, well, try to find me 2 farms out there that are under complete separate operations that are exactly the same. There are different conditions affecting every farmer out there. Dad, Ryan, and I have our own set of circumstances that we are farming with, and well, I'd say we're doing pretty good. But as far as that goes, as far as running bigger machinery, that's why even for the operation, the amount of acres that we have, why we would say we need bigger equipment. Even running the amount of ground we have, we can justify. I really can say that we can justify the 12-row planter is a given, but bigger combine, bigger grain cart, bigger tillage equipment. We have no intentions of running 2 combines, because that would require 2 more operators. Somebody else to run another grain cart, somebody else to run that other combine. I would much rather run a 9870 or a 9770 John Deere STS with a 12-row, potentially get a 1,000 bushel grain cart or 2 800 bushel grain carts, and operate that way. We hire our trucking for the time being, but what I could see is end up getting a semi or whatever else, and having Ryan run the grain cart, then getting a larger grain cart, so that way Dad can harvest, Ryan can cart to keep Dad running, and I can run the semi and haul it to town or haul it back to the grain facility as needed to keep us running. That's just, it's forward thinking. I'm not planning, none of us are looking to this fall, 6 months down the road. It's trying to have the foresight to see where the farm's going to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and that's what I'm talking about when I say we need bigger equipment. Like that, yeah. Remember that Max chisel, that Great Plains chisel plow that I was looking at, that sale? One of those would really be nice. It's just as wide as this, but it's a different setup. I think I probably would have preferred that over running a chisel plow. Problem is, they say those require 30 or 50 horsepower a shovel or a shank. The 82 would have to be turned up, because I did some research and it was very obvious that this wasn't going to be able to pull that. But that's why buying horsepower, buying bigger tractors, even if we don't need them right now, I mean, it's sure nice to have it down the road when you need it. Alright, I actually have to finish up here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed riding along. I know I'm kind of long-winded, but that happens. But until tomorrow, take care, take it easy, keep in touch. I have a list of things that I have to do, and I'm going to try to catch as many of them on camera as I can. So I guess you guys have that to look forward to. But until tomorrow, I'll see ya.